I'm Nandita Puri. I'm a journalist author and I chair the Om Puri Foundation, which is in the name of my late husband Om Puri, to carry his legacy and his philosophy forward. Today I'm going to say something about my tryst with Jesus. I grew up in a boarding school in a small place called Chandanagar in West Bengal. Ever since I was a kid, whenever I was in trouble or anything, I'd run into the little chapel in school and, talk to Jesus. I have been acquainted with Pastor Shekhar Kallianpur and Pastor Lavina for, I think, now close to a decade. They're wonderful people. And whenever I'm in a bit of a trouble, if I'm not feeling well or there's some problem, I immediately call up Pastor Shekhar and I say, Pastor, this has happened. That report is going to come. Hope it's clear and stuff like that. And Pastor is all the time so wonderfully obliging. He'll, call me up and he'll say a little prayer over the phone. And I immediately start feeling better. Now, recently, we've all been through the pandemic and the lockdown. And the entire time of the pandemic, of course, was a lot of anxiety and worry, which all of us faced. Though we were at home, we were trying to follow the hygiene methods and, being cautious and not going out much, but somewhere we were very, very scared. And I think every time, the weather was a little, especially during the monsoon bit, when it was a little cold and I started feeling, some days body ache or anything, I would think, oh my God, quickly take a Crocin or a $6.50 before, it turns into a COVID. So I think COVID has been playing in all our minds throughout. So then, of course, just about 2 weeks, a fortnight back, I was suddenly I started having fever and cold and body ache and stuff and every symptoms of the dreaded COVID. My doctor said, you have to do all the tests. I was very scared, so I called up Pastor and he, as usual, said, you are protected by Jesus. Nothing will happen. And sure enough, it was all clear. And 2 days later, my son also started, developing similar symptoms. And he said, it's all clear in the name of Jesus. And we did his tests also. By the grace of Jesus, everything was clear. I think the power of faith is very important, along with whatever medication one is taking. And Pastor, of course, after my the fever and everything and the reports were clear, I told Pastor, but then I started having breathlessness problems. And Pastor kept on saying, it's psychosomatic, nothing wrong. And I said, Pastor, no, it's not psychosomatic. And of course, I called up my doctor. My doctor said, fine, just, take antihistamine and you're fine. Just give it 2-3 days. And of course, I was better, but the little breathlessness problem was on. So finally, I think the doctor has diagnosed it as allergic bronchitis and he's put me on mild medication. And he said that will be fine. But what I mean is, whenever, one has been worried, scared, whatever, I have always, looked to, Jesus through Pastor Shekhar, through Pastor Lavina. And Jesus has always protected us like he's protecting everyone. So I just wanted to give my testimony. And thank you.